Gareth here from Comedy Corner. Fantastic news. Secured a sponsor. Brap Moto, Davy Chamber. Thank you so much. Can't thank you enough. What a fantastic place you have. We're up there, 5 Lisbon Road, Moira. We were up a couple of weeks ago. I just didn't want to leave. Love it. All sorts of motorbikes, vintage, new superbikes. There's even race bikes, helmets, leathers, boots, gloves. Fantastic spot. Takes trade-ins as well. So anything from superbikes to end-of-life mopeds, Davy will transform that and sell it on. Fantastic spot and so cheap. Like, I was surprised how cheap some of the stuff was. Absolutely over the moon to secure Brap Moto as sponsor for Comedy Corner for the rest of the season, and hopefully on to the next lot of seasons as well. So get yourself up there. He offers cash in hand again for anything that you have. Just let him know. Contact his socials, and please have a look at what we seen here last week.
I'm climbing up here. It's very loud. Very loud shirt.
Welcome back to another episode of Comedy Corner, and we're here in Costadale, Ballinderry for a family barbecue. So we thought we'd
get away from everybody immediately and record a podcast for an hour or so.
Yeah, just to while everyone's coming in and all the panic. And so if there's any background noise, we apologise.
No, it shouldn't be too bad. Everybody's kind of been told.
Yeah, not too bad. But anyway,
what's the crack?
It's been busy.
Busy?
It's
busy
been
few
very
weeks.
busy. Very busy. Go-karts. Fuck, you can't call them go-karts. Sorry.
Karting?
Karting.
Karting for
Ulster
real.
Kart Championships.
Yeah.
Ulster.
What day was that? 2 weeks ago you did that?
It was I've
2 or
done
3.
two. I've done 2 before.
Yeah.
From the last
time we were on, did we?
Or no, I didn't know. Sure, we had Ryan Whitehall on, didn't we?
Yeah.
But I've done one 2 weeks ago, and then last weekend
At Nuts Corner.
And then Irish Mini Bike Championship, Nuts Corner. That was hard work.
Why?
That was hard work. We were doing live stream, obviously, and it's just you can imagine them. It's not a mini moto like what they used to be. They're slightly bigger.
Would they be as big as do you remember the middies? They're big clunky fucking things.
Yeah. Slower. Slightly smaller. But like in between a mini and a midi. Sort of.
And they're getting bigger, I suppose, just because you can make them more powerful. More room to work with.
These things were doing 90 mile an hour. 90 mile an hour at Nuts Corner. Like, I remember Supers and all doing that. A Super's like a 6.2 tuned to the bollocks sort of mini moto.
Yeah.
But now the engines are in these bigger bikes, and that's like the standard of what they're running, the Ovalis and stuff, and the pit bikes. And the boys were saying they were clocking 90 mile an hour down.
90 mile an hour?
Yeah. It's downhill, to be fair.
Yeah.
And then
But
a
even
fast ride
still,
100. But like, see the numbers. I got there, and the club is fantastic. It's Bela Magaki and Michelle Sherman Boyd and a few others.
Yeah. And
the club together, and they do a great fucking near 200 entries. It's bigger than the British Championship rounds.
Yeah.
And they go, like, I drove through the gate, and I'm in the wrong place.
It's a different event that's on or something.
Like something, I couldn't believe it. Like, when I done it, there was 2 or 3 vans, and you rip the bike out of the back of your car. And now I drove in there, and there was 40-foot motorhomes with the sides extending out, European stickers on the back of them, and
for a bike that you can fit in the boot of your car.
Yeah, I swear to God. And they were pulling
Is it mostly kids, the competitors, like, or is it broke up? Like, karting seems to be about 20 different divisions in a karting race, cadets and junior cadets and weight classes or whatever the hell they are.
Yeah,
seniors. That's what it's like as well with the mini motos.
Same thing. It's mental. And it was so difficult to commentate on because, one, I didn't know anybody.
Yeah.
And I knew a couple of boys who used to race the superbikes and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was sort of concentrating on them. But the ones that are really new, they didn't do as well as what I thought they were going to. So I couldn't
I
talk
didn't have anything to say about them.
Yeah, I couldn't talk about someone who was at the back of the grid. Well, I try my best to talk about everyone, but you can imagine with all the size of the bikes, the tiny, tiny number on the front of them.
Yeah, to try and see who it is. You near have to go off the gear they're wearing to see who it is instead of the bikes.
Yeah. So you started learning throughout the day who was who, but what helmet they had on.
Yeah.
And I brought my binoculars. I bought us a pair of binoculars. Fucking best thing I've ever done in my life.
Is it a double or is it like the wee single one you see?
The monocle. I was going to buy a monocle.
Like at the theatre to see Hamlet.
Yeah. No, it's a double. They're proper.
No.
They're proper, like pervert binoculars. Like.
Yeah.
And they are the best thing I've ever bought. Because I could see a wee bit of a shaky hand, like. But when, like, I had to zoom in. I'm up in a big tower. Right?
Yeah.
And the bikes are, they're about 5, or maybe about 100 yards away from me. Like.
Yeah.
And looking down at these things, and most of the numbers were real fancy graphics.
And the I can't speak there. And the decal, part of the livery of the bike or whatever.
The livery,
livery, yeah.
With no timing screens, usually have a timing screen, and I can rhyme all the names off dead on. And then there was none of that, purely because they've never had commentary before, so they never needed it. And we were thinking about him, and we were doing bits and pieces, but qualifying, we didn't have anything. And Michelle, she very kindly brought up the qualifying sheets.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was able to look and sort of, that looks like that number.
Yeah. I try and work it out.
Yeah, he's now McFarland, or he's now Boyd, or whatever, But no, it was great. It was great racing. Once I got into the swing of it, and I got used to all these different classes. They get free practice, they get qualifying, and then 3 heats. It was like racing back in the day.
Yeah.
It was really well run meeting. And when the bikes were coming in after their race, they were halfway around the track. The next class was already out.
Yeah.
So it was just
because there's that many people at it too. You need to just run through them all. Like.
Yeah. And the spectators, it was good to see spectators at it as well. It was free in. I don't know how much an entry was for the rider, but it was good to see spectators up the top end and watching a bit of racing. But that was interesting. And what else would we do? The karting. The week before, it was manic as usual.
Yeah.
I actually fell sick about halfway through it.
What do you mean?
I don't know. She wife reckons I had vertigo.
Took a bad turn?
I did.
Up in the tower?
Up in the tower.
You getting dizzy?
I was going.
You never said to me about that.
No, I know. I didn't say to anyone about it, so there's an exclusive.
What, do you have a bad lunch or something, did you?
I did actually have a breakfast muffin. And when I opened it, it wasn't what I thought. It was a flat. It was probably sausage meat, but it was flat.
Sausage.
It was like a burger.
A Lorton sausage.
A Lorton.
Aye, that's Scottish people.
The Scottish square sausage. Aye.
Square sausage. Yeah. Man.
Had one night before. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was also Grand Prix.
Maybe give you a bad turn.
I think it did. I don't know, because that's the only thing I ate. And then at lunchtime, I went to queue for something to eat.
Yeah.
And you only get half an hour for lunch. So by the time I stopped chatting a couple of times throughout, and then by the time I got to the chip farm, I had only 5 minutes to go. I was like, fucks. So I ran back up. Plenty of water and stuff, and I was drinking. And then I don't know what happened. I just, halfway through the day, just felt I was so close to going home.
Gonna collapse?
I was. I could hardly see. And like the pixels sometimes you see in your eye. I felt like it was
a migraine. Fuzzy eyes.
I thought I was getting a migraine or something, and I thought, oh no, I'm gonna have to go home here. And then I was thinking, I don't want to let so many people down.
Yeah.
With the live, we were doing the live feed as well.
Yeah.
And there were, at the time, I think there was like 3 people watching. I was like, fuck yous. Yeah. I'm going.
Yeah.
No, but I didn't. I stayed on. I hammered through it. And yeah, it turned out, ended up it was okay then after it. And
was that at the karts or the bikes?
It was the karts.
Oh, right.
The weekend before, so
the newly improved live streaming as well.
Aye, right enough.
People are enjoying the live streaming. You've got positive feedback on it. So I would say 99% positive anyway. Now we're working with more things, adding the live timing and stuff to the screen so that you don't have to go on to Speed Hive and watch the video or whatever. So
yeah,
if you like that, let us know. Leave a comment, because something that we do want to make better going forward, and it's always interesting to add things in and see what people think. So if you were watching the live stream, you thought it was good, let us know. So, yeah,
it is getting a lot better, and we're getting more reviews. We're getting more views. We're getting more likes, subscribers.
Yeah,
and people are loving it, especially at the wee bikes. Kids were loving it, even the carts, because again, Nuts Corner. I'm not sure if they even have commentary anywhere else, but especially for the Nuts Corner, Ulster Superbike Club. I do it all the time.
well,
The Ulster Karting
Club. Yeah.
No commentary, and the only thing they can rely on is the live feed. So the Nuts Corner, so they cut the PA system.
What do you mean cut
Did I tell you about this?
No, cut it on you.
They cut it.
Why?
Right. There's a noise, like a restriction on Nuts Corner.
Right.
And they're allowed like 3 noisy days a year, which is used for the rally cars and stuff.
Yeah.
So when I first started commentary, it was for the Supermoto Championship. So I did a few Supermoto rounds, and then also Superbike, blah, blah, blah. The last Supermoto Winter Championship that I commentated on, and I would get excited.
You're shouting.
You know,
yeah.
Oh my up inside, what's he doing? You can't do it. You know, I got really into it. And the owners of Nuts Corner didn't like this. So
because they're afraid of getting in trouble with the noise level.
With the noise restriction, because people around the place, you know, they have a problem with noise. If you have a problem with noise, why move beside a flipping racetrack?
Yeah.
You've got Nuts Corner Oval, you've got Nuts Corner, the actual karting track that used to be a superbike track, and you've got the Sunday market, which is all noise and generators. And
I'd say that market makes more noise.
I would say
it's chaos.
100%.
Couldn't pay me to go around that.
No.
I think I've been to it like twice.
It's not so stressful.
Not for me.
No.
Nah. It's like being in like Baghdad or something, it feels like.
Especially if it was a day like this. With the sun and and the heat and the stench. And do you know, I seen a boy, I don't know whether he's selling dogs or
probably what wouldn't surprise me.
They were in cages. I don't know whether they were for sale or he was going to fight them. But they were in cages at the back end of the market. And there was chickens in cages, and I was like, where are we? I was thinking the same thing. I thought we were fucking...
it's a strange place, like.
Yeah. But...
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway. What are we talking about?
You're talking about the noise complaint.
Oh, the noise level, So, I was chatting away, and I must have been on the mic for track commentary for about 45 minutes, an hour.
Yeah.
And one of the boys came up. They came up to the commentary booth and rapped the door. And then I just put my hand up and hold on to the finish here. And he came on in anyway. And I was chatting away. And usually you can hear the echo, you know, of your voice going
yeah.
And I couldn't hear anything. I was like, testing, hello, 1, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Couldn't hear a thing. And I was like, for fuck. So the organizer of the Supermoto event, he says, I actually watched them, and they've went and cut the PA system because of the noise.
So it was only going through the live stream then?
It wasn't. No, this was
before you were
before live stream.
Right.
So I didn't have anything, and these boys were fuming.
So what were you meant to do the rest of the day?
I thought, right, fair enough. I'll go home or I'll watch a bit of racing.
Yeah.
But the determination of the club, your man ran down into his car, and he had his own speakers.
Yeah.
I don't know why or who, or someone might have actually... No, I think someone came locally with the speakers, and we cable tied them up around the track and fired away. No problem. It was like a up yours sort of thing to You know.
Yeah, not great for relationships, that though.
No,
is it?
well, it wasn't because they haven't ran there since.
Well, there you go.
I don't think the championship was ran there.
Yeah,
or was
probably
ran
not
at all.
Yeah, not the smartest thing to do that.
Yeah, well, he did say to me, he says, I don't really care because we're not going to be here again. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair play. But anyway. Aye, so it has been a very busy couple of weeks. Oh, by the way, Ryan Whitehall, third place in the Superbike race.
Yes, yeah.
After,
that was the day after you were talking to him, yeah.
Yeah. The day after, what did he do? He qualified 8th.
Yeah, he'd qualified 8th. Yeah, I remember him saying that, yeah.
He got a 5th in the first Superbike race and a 3rd in the last Superbike race. Fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Fair play around.
Yeah, fair play to him, yeah. Yeah, that was a good podcast as well.
That was right.
Yeah,
He's so funny.
He is a funny guy.
He's so funny. Talking about, what was he? Talking about cocaine-filled teddy bears.
Yeah, I was really off.
There's a place in Isle of Wight. There's a shop in the Isle of Wight that sells teddy bears, and it never changes. It's like nobody
buys anything.
Nobody
out of it, but just keeps it running.
Yeah, they're still able to afford to run the place. So we reckon he's got a load of teddy bears out the back filled with coke.
Yeah,
he's flogging them on
out
the back door.
Yeah.
So it's. Oh, yeah, fair play, Ryan. That was a good pod. Like.
Yeah. Well done on the race results. That's very, very good.
Northwest 200.
Yep, last week there.
Yeah. I went up on Friday in the hope to get
a podcast with somebody
going, yeah.
On the hunt for a guest.
Yeah. And I met Dave Neil.
Yeah, that's cool.
From Off Track. And such a nice fella.
Yeah.
Such a nice
Dead
fella.
on, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. So professional. But not at the same time. You know what I mean?
Still not uptight.
Yeah. He's like one of the lads.
Yeah.
And he was in the Milwaukee by Taz setup. And I was just walking past and I was looking up. I was like, how about a core spot to do a pod? You know, in their hospitality suite.
Yeah.
And especially for one of the teams from home. And I was just walking past looking up in. And I actually thought he was the doorman or something, you know, to register going into the place.
Yeah.
And I looked and there's Dave Neil down there. No, it can't be. So I walked on up and there was, 100%, chatting away and giving me a few tips and stuff. But it was nice to see him. I did originally go for Richard Cooper.
Yeah.
So I organised to have a pod with Richard. And I went and met him at the gate. It was a disaster before it even started.
Yeah.
Because I was meant to have a pass. And fair enough, the riders meet and greet was on in Coleraine.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot clean all about it.
So that was scheduling problem, because obviously everybody has to be at that, and it probably goes on for ages, does it?
Yeah. So there was no one about, but Richard, I seen Coops on the way in.
Yeah.
So I went to the park, didn't have my pass. He says, all right, no problem. Zero paying. And paid £10 or something. Down at about Matt Coops. And he looked knackered.
Yeah.
And he says, I can meet you in about an hour or so.
Yeah.
I have to go over to the tattoo place. His girlfriend, his wife, wanted to get a tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
So that was dead on. I hung about for a while. Had a chat with a few other riders and stuff, and give them a few tips of whatever I knew about the place. Having the crack, met Coops again.
Yep.
And he only had 15 minutes left until he had to go, and he had a dinner.
Reservation, yeah.
Yeah. He says, I can give you 15 minutes. And he says, this will take longer than 15 minutes, mate. So,
sure, you just can get him on again.
Yeah, he said, look, he's
really
all apologetic, and he said, we can do it, here and there. I said, Coops, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You've been flat out all week. You want to concentrate on what you're doing. You're getting pulled from pillar to post anyway.
Yeah.
Between teams and sponsors and whatever. You look knackered. Go get changed and go out for your meal and enjoy yourself.
Because I don't want to be putting, if they want to do it, they can do it.
Yeah.
It's nothing. Like, I'm not holding a gun to their heads. Yet.
No.
Yet.
Aye. But anyway, so talk about the Northwest then.
Interesting.
Michael Dunlop.
Yeah. Well, I think it came to a shock to everyone that he wasn't allowed out in a supersport race.
And what was the crack with that, like?
Because the race started, right?
Uh-huh.
And it was red flagged.
Mm-hmm.
And then they brought them back round onto the grid. But I think by the time it probably takes, if you're cruising, 5 to 7 minutes.
I had to get back round.
To get back round in the paddock. So everyone got round in the paddock. And he was either changing tyres or refueling, because you can't refuel on the grid.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing, but a lot of the riders just went straight to the grid instead of going in the garage. So you come down the hill and you've got wee makeshift garages on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
So a lot of the riders went straight on and just stopped on the grid, their grid position.
Uh-huh.
But a lot of them, or some of them, turned in to refuel into their garage.
Right.
And next thing, from what I gather, the klaxon went. So the klaxon sounded, and everyone got their tyre warmers off and went for their warm-up.
Out of their positions, yeah.
And their warm-up lap.
Yeah.
But Michael wasn't ready.
Uh-huh.
So...
Well, how long of a period are we talking about here, like? Like 5 minutes or
no
20?
Oh, no, probably about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is very rare for a red flag situation at the Northwest.
Ages.
It usually takes 40 to 45 minutes to clear and sort a red flag out. But this one was cleaned up in no time. And I think, because I even thought myself, and I was watching, I was like, fuck, bikes are away again. They're back out on track.
Yeah.
And they done their sighting lap, or their warm-up lap, back to the grid, ready to race. But Michael didn't do the warm-up lap.
Right.
But yet he did a lap before.
He wasn't allowed to race.
No.
Was that it? He wasn't allowed to race because he didn't do the warm-up lap?
Yeah. But he did it anyway. He did a sighting lap.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, he wasn't happy about it. But
no, I'd imagine that he wasn't, like.
I thought, actually, that I was rubbing my hands together. This is going to bring the bull out.
What?
He is...
He's going to go apeshit?
Yeah. On track.
Yeah, on track.
The red mist is going to come down.
Yeah.
The bull's showing his horns. This is going to happen.
Yeah.
But, well, he did. Well, he got third.
Yeah, yeah.
He got a load of thirds. And very, very consistent.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably one of the most consistent riders there. But he used his head and he calmed himself down, and that's not like him.
Yeah.
He's called the bull for a reason.
Yeah.
But it's fair play to him. It was good to see him out in that triumph. He was actually out at Bishopscourt as well. And he was sandbagging to the max.
Why was that?
He was like 20th on the grid in the superbike race or something. And then super sport race. He was in the top 10 somewhere, I can't remember. And the first race, I don't even know he finished. I think he pulled in. He was laying 8th or something. And then he pulled in. And he went out in the other super sport race and just blew them out of the water.
Aye.
Just blitzed them.
Yeah.
It was the last race of the day too.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, fuck, it was like...
Aye, so he was just farting about before, like?
Yeah, he was just set up and stuff, and before... Well, when I say before Cookstown, he smashed himself at Cookstown.
Yeah.
Which was surprising. Don't know what happened. But I think it was over at Black Farm somewhere. He came off, wrecked his wrist. Not a happy chabby. He didn't race the rest of the weekend then. That was a Friday. Yeah, it was a Friday he came off. But sorted Northwest. Fucking brilliant job from the big man. Like.
Yeah.
Even with like a fractured, I think he's a fractured wrist or something. Or something wrong with his hand. It was on ice and all anyway. And between races, but he's on form. He is on form.
Mm.
So looking forward to the TT. next week. It's going to be a good one. I think he's gonna be up to point end anyway.
Yeah.
So Hickey, Harrison, they're not going to get their own way this year, especially the way Michael Dunlop's been riding.
It's not going to be easy. Like,
no, I know over the years the goalposts are usually, stepping back and they're being moved gradually. But this year, someone's just fucking put them on a fucking jet ski in a way over.
Yeah.
They're gone. But some might say Michael's maybe struggling about it, but I can see him being up there.
Yeah.
TT. He's going to win.
Definitely.
He's going to win a few more, because although the goalposts have moved, Harrison, I believe, is struggling on the Honda, and Hickey hasn't been riding. He never rode the FHO machine at the Northwest, so he's no road time on it. Last year, FHO, they had big problem in qualifying, and it's just for like mapping and ECU software. They use a different software in the British Superbikes than they do on the roads, and the problem is the bike's holding back. So, and now this year they've had to change the camshafts as well. So
why?
Because it's they have like variable timing camshafts.
Right. Yeah.
It's like a split throttle.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure they're not allowed to use it anymore. So it has to be a solid camshaft, which makes it more reliable.
Right.
I think it might make it easier. I think it makes it easier to ride as well. But I don't know. It's going to be a big change to the machine.
Yeah.
So I think Hickey's going to struggle.
Yeah, that makes it interesting, doesn't it?
Yeah. But like Mickey D, looking forward to what way he goes.
Yeah.
But that's next week. I think it starts next week. End of June.
What starts end of June?
Or no, beginning of June.
What?
The TT.
Oh, right. I don't know what you're talking about there for a second. I know you're talking about the TT before that. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't know.
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, so looking forward to that.
You're not going over to it, are you?
No.
No.
Too expensive.
It's wild how expensive it is.
I'm not getting paid to do it either, so.
Yeah. But yeah, the price of getting over to it from here is an absolute piss take.
What was it we were looking at the other night? It's near 300 quid.
300 or 350 or something.
For a foot passenger.
Yeah.
And we would have to go to Dublin. Get on the boat as a foot passenger.
Yeah.
Have your day in the Isle of Man or whatever. Get the boat back. And the only boat back is into Belfast. So
weird. Like,
for 300 quid.
What company is that? Puts that on?
Oh, I don't know. It was Steam Packing or something. Or
you'd think the Isle of Man, if it wasn't for the TT, nobody would ever have stepped foot in the place. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'd make it accessible.
Yeah.
To try and get the one thing that you've got for, the economy or whatever else.
Yeah.
To make it easy. Get as many people as possible, and then you get money into the area.
Yeah.
Instead of being like, you have to fucking track the Himalayas to get on this Line thing, and then it's 500 quid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd like to see the price of getting like a fry on that boat or something. It's probably about 30 quid.
You would need a fry off that boat.
Yeah, but it's like, make it easy. Like you're selling something basically. Yes, it's an event, but you're selling something. Make it easy to get there.
I know.
You know what I mean? People are there and they spend money there. There's thousands of people that go to it. Like, but instead, you're ripping the whole out of it on the front end by making it really expensive to get there.
Yeah, before it even starts.
Yeah. Well, I know it.
Even when you do get there, there's like people say about the taxis and stuff.
Yeah.
It was triple fare.
The rip of the arse out of it. Yeah. I don't know. It's not the way to go about things, but obviously it's nothing to do with the TT but it's just the general thing around
It's
it.
the
Is
government
everybody's
or whoever.
everybody's grabbing at the money instead of just making it easy to go to it.
Mhm.
But whatever, like.
Sure. So the likes of me can't even afford to go over. You
Yeah.
know, I don't know.
Well, it's not. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm bothered or
It's
not.
not worth that amount just to get there. Like, it's
No.
not even if you can afford it or not. I don't even think that's a question of it. I think that, you know, you could be going on holiday for that money. Like,
I like a week in
yeah.
Spain. So
Yeah.
whenever I was going to learn, I remember I went over to the island and I was learning the TT.
Yeah.
I was meant to do it 2015. So I went over, I was learning the place and in the hotels and stuff. And I met this couple, lovely couple. And they went over to the Isle of Man, watched the TT, and didn't have anything to do with motorbikes, didn't know anything to do with motorbikes. They went to Isle of Man I think they were from Canada for a holiday.
Right.
I know, well, this is where, I should have known from the opening story. Like,
Yeah.
you go to Isle of Man from Canada for a holiday. Anyway, they're sitting in the bar and on. Nice. Oh, how long have you been here? Well, we came here for a holiday in 95 or whatever it was, and we've been here ever since. And I was thinking, you know, are you being held against your will? Are you okay?
Yeah.
And it says they came over whenever the TT was starting.
Right.
It was like the first couple of days of setup, and all the teams were already over.
Mm-hmm.
And they thought this was fantastic. This is the place we have to live. We love it. And it says they quit their jobs in Canada. They must have had some sort of fancy job, I don't know. And they got their estate agents or whatever to sell the house over there. They bought the house that they were in. I think they were renting a house, and they bought it, thinking this is every day in the Isle of Man.
No way.
I swear to God.
No, they did.
They fucking did.
That's all they said.
I swear to God. And they said they partied, they watched the motorbikes, they got to know loads of people, they loved it.
And then everybody packed up and
And
left.
they woke up one morning and everyone was gone.
Nah, mate. It couldn't be that thick,
happened.
like.
I swear to God, it happened.
What are these old people?
They were older. They were like you see an old couple with like she would have had like a blue rinse. He had a shaved head and a bull ring in his nose. Them sort of type of people.
Right.
They were old, but they wanted to be really young.
Aye, they were
and
weird.
They were wearing leather. Both of them.
But not like motorbike leather?
No, not safety leather.
Like weird leather, are you talking about? Like,
not quite latex, but type of thing. But
is this what type of fucking hotel was this?
It was a casino.
People like us knocking about.
I know, yeah.
A casino?
Yeah, it was
right.
I can't remember the name. It was Douglas. But anyway, it gets better. So I was sitting at the bar having a few drinks. Felt McCallum was actually there as well. I think it was the awards night for something. I was just sitting at the bar myself, and Philip, he doesn't look like he wants to talk to anyone, so I
didn't go over.
I just sat at the bar and chatting away to this couple, and this is when you're over, you can stay with us and all, man. And I was like, oh, brilliant, you can stay in our garage. We've got it's like a man cave. I was like, fuck, brilliant, no problem. And they give me their number, whatever, because over there, see, for 2 weeks, staying, renting a place in Isle of Man.
Oh yeah, the price.
Oh, it's
unbelievable.
It's frightening.
It's like, look at the price of them houses up in Port Rush. Because of the Gulf. Everybody because up in Port Rush, actually, I had like mates that went to uni at Coleraine, but all their leases up there would only be for 9 months and be done for the summer.
Really?
So then the landlord, so they kick you out in end of May, whatever, and then the landlord will rent the house out as a holiday thing, all summer, and they're renting the house out for like £1,000 a week.
Holy shit!
And it's because people going up to, it's because of the Gulf and Northwest and all that carry on.
Fucking hell.
But yeah, £1,000 a week.
Where do you think they are? Fucking Hillsborough?
Yeah. It is
Royal
nuts, but yeah,
Hillsborough?
that's what all the landlords do up there, up that direction in the student area, kick everybody out and then make, 20 odd grand off the house over the summer by getting it rented out every week.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's nuts, like. But yeah, that's the same then.
That's
type
what
of
they
thing.
were doing, yeah. So anyone over there does that. And like residents would move to their families or another holiday home.
Airbnb their own house.
Airbnb the shit clean out of it, like.
I have a mate actually, right? And I'll not say anybody's names there, like, but his sister lives over in England, and her fella are pretty well off, like, and there was at one point, right? That's how you talk about people that are like tight and like, chasing the money, chasing the pennies, like bear in mind these people have good jobs, like, right? Or at what they used to live, so they have their own gaff, like. And he would have her sleeping, him and her and fucking child as well, right? Sleeping in a tent on the side of the fucking motorway somewhere, right?
Oh.
And they're Airbnb and renting the house out to get extra money.
Piss off.
Not even joking, you're like. And this is a person who I would say, based on what he does and everything, he would be on close to 6 figures, like.
And they're sleeping on the side of the motorway.
He's sleeping on the side of the motorway so he can get an extra 300 quid or something. And this is the type of shit to do.
What?
Yeah, and then they come over here and they rent like the smallest, cheapest, shittest car you can get and everything. And it's like, see some people that have money. I don't even know how I interjected with this. Like, because you said something about somebody being tight.
No,
I don't even know. But see some people
renting their house.
Yeah,
out
renting their house out. Yeah. But yeah, that's how it linked in. Yeah, but like these people are like, this guy's family would be rich. Like see the.
So he comes from money as well.
Yeah, but he has a good job. Like,
and they're sleeping on the motorway.
Yeah, he does
with
that.
a child in the tent.
Yeah, he does that. Yeah, and then when he comes
Christ.
when they come over here, like they're not paid to stay anywhere or nothing. Like.
They just bring their 3-man tent with them.
Really fucking weird. Yeah, can you imagine? Like, yeah.
Oh my god.
There's more good stuff, like, but I can't really say a whole lot without revealing who it is. Not that they'll ever see it, like, but but yeah, that's just the same idea. But yeah,
that's
fucking
frightening. But that's what they do. Like, that's this couple.
Well, I suppose I would do that. Like, if you could rent out your, like, say you were even just living in like a wee shitty flat in fucking Isle of Man, and you're like, I can rent this out for like 600 quid, and I'll just go and stay at my mate.
No problem.
Yeah, you would do it, like
£600 a day.
Yeah, but like, yeah, the whole tent thing.
No, that's
a different level. Like,
well, even I thought about living in a tent at the TT, but I couldn't live in a tent for 2 weeks unless it was one of them big fancy ones, or a trailer tent or something. I could probably do that, but
but then when you get to that, you're really just building a house when you get there. Like, I wouldn't even call them a tent.
I know, it's just
you know what I mean? Yeah,
it's a caravan made out of like fabric.
Yeah, but yeah, that would be handy. Like,
but this wasn't even.
But yeah, if you're doing like festival style with like a
teepee,
wee 3-pin tent, no
good. But this couple, like, they were full on. They were gonna do everything. They were gonna turn the world upside down for me. Like,
yeah.
And leading up to the TT, and I rang them and says, I rang them and I couldn't get a hold of them. So they give me their email as well. So I sent them an email.
You right?
Nothing back. And I got a missed call from them one day and an email. So I opened the email before ringing them, know. And fuck, I'm glad I did. Hi, Gareth. What was it? Hi, Gareth. Nice to hear from you again. Sorry it took so long to get back. We've been doing stuff or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Yes, of course, our garage is still available.
Right, yeah.
For you and your family and your team, whoever you want. I thought, fantastic. Slightly further down, there was a photograph of the garage. Right?
Right.
So it was a beds to tea.
Yeah.
And there was a bucket in the corner. It was just there was no windows or nothing.
What do you mean, like a bucket to shit in, or just a bucket?
It could have been. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was just a bucket.
Yeah, all right, yeah. I was thinking it was like they were like...
That could have been just shit in. Like.
There's the toilet. Yeah, I suppose you could just have a bucket in the garage. It's not necessarily for shit.
No.
That's just where my mind went straight away. It's like, they wanted you to shit in the bucket.
That's the ensuite.
Yeah.
Close the bars whenever you leave.
Yeah.
Jesus. No, but I was like, fuck. Well, I'm not going to bring my family to this.
Yeah.
But I'll go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, by
Oh,
myself.
that's all right, yeah. Just a couch, like.
Just something. A roof over my head. You know, there was a boiler, like an oil boiler in the corner.
Yeah.
There would have been heat off it for me, you know. And then slightly further down, there was the figure for the 2 weeks. $2,500.
Oh, so they were basically just trying to get you to rent it out?
Yeah. This was a favour. You can stay with us, you know, no problem.
You thought they were going to do it for free, obviously.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, and it was close to the paddock. So it was walking distance to the paddock.
Yeah, it's a prime location.
Yeah.
Like. $2,500, did you say?
$2,500. The line of beds to tea for 2 weeks.
That's pure grifters, like, isn't it?
That's frightening. That's proper putting.
But you know what? Somebody would pay that.
They probably did.
Yeah. See, if you pay that, you deserve it. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? If you get ripped off, like, it's your own fault.
Yeah.
That's
I'm just glad I scrolled right down, read the small writing at the bottom. Like, £2,000 for 2 weeks.
That's that Canadian friendliness for you there, isn't
unbelievable.
it? Unbelievable. Well, you may look out. You never run into these people again over at the TT. They'll not be happy. Like,
no, they're talking. That's if they're still
talking down on their.
That's if they're still alive.
Talking down on their garage.
Yeah, and here's shit. I just says no. That's enough of that. But sure, fucking broke my neck, didn't I? Didn't end up going anyway.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. I'm not going to get over for the TT this year. So, Mike's Radio, they don't want me.
No.
Not yet.
You get there someday, I'd imagine.
Yeah. So it'll be, what's our next one? Carcassonne. Couple of Carcassonne rounds.
Superbikes?
Armoy, yeah. And then Armoy. Looking forward to it.
When's that?
Can't remember.
June or something, is it? Or is it further away?
July.
No,
it's the end of June. Is it 26th, 27th?
Right, yeah.
Or 27th, 20th. Something like that. Looking for it. It's always fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
You had to go too.
To the Armoy?
Yeah. It's good crack, like. We can stay in the tent.
Staying in a tent? Is that what you're going to do?
Probably.
Like a proper tent or like a...
Well, I have the van there. Here's the thing. If anyone knows anyone who has anything to do with camper vans, I have a Ford Transit, long to wheel, medium wheelbase sort of. I'm looking to kit it out for the podcast, so we're going to use it as a studio, maybe.
Oh, at the races?
At the races, and something to stay in at the races instead of running back and forth home, because after I'm commentating all day, I can't actually... I'm wrecked.
You don't want to drive home?
And like Cookstown, you know, I done the podcast after qualifying, and then...
you didn't get home to like 12 or something? Sure. Or maybe not as late as that, but...
It was 11:30, got home, got changed, washed, whatever, into bed, woke up at 6 in the morning, or 5:30, and I left the house at 6 to head back up the road again. You know, it's waste of time, waste of money. And I could have got a couple of podcasts in, maybe. And it didn't happen. So, yeah, looking to convert the tranny into a camper van. That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I just have to weld it, obviously.
Yeah.
The sills on a transit, so I'll weld them. And then get the inners out of an old caravan, or if someone,
something like that.
If someone will be so kind to do it for us and do a professional job, because I make a dog's dinner out of it.
Aye.
It'll be a bed to tea and a bucket.
Yeah. $2,500.
$2,500 tranny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if anyone would be interested in doing that, would be more than thankful.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So very, very exciting news. And You seen the...
Well, so this is someone who's going to be sponsoring the podcast.
Is sponsored the podcast.
Oh, yeah, is sponsoring the podcast.
Brap Moto.
Brap.
And we're very excited to have Davy Chambers on board. Just rang me out of the blue and like, or he texted, give me a bell. So I rang him and he says he wants to help out.
Yeah.
Happy days. Fantastic. So went and met him. I was up at his place last week.
Aye, so what is Brap Moto? Tell us about it.
So I was up at his, looking about the place and having a wee word and stuff. And Brap Moto is basically, he buys and sells bikes from mopeds to fireblades.
Mm-hmm.
He even has a couple of push bikes, like old classic push bike. You know the ones with the engines in them, and stuff. They're going for big money, big money. So his shop is up at on the Lisbon Road, 5 Lisbon Road, Moy Roundabout, and it's the old moto shop place. So went in last week, amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. You want to see, there's race bikes and everything in it. He's got modern machinery. He's got classic machinery. If you have anything, there's a camera gone.
Yeah.
One down. And anything that he's interested in, or trade-ins, motorbikes, anything classic, vintage, new, dusty, doesn't matter. Bring it to Davy Chambers at Brap Moto, and he'll give you either cash or trade in against something else, or fantastic spot. The stuff he has is amazing.
Aye, so he's got it's a showroom set up, is it?
He's got a showroom set up at his house. He's open every Wednesday from 6 to 8 to the public. He does his own tinkering as well. So he's working on this Piaggio, it's like a flatbed the wee truck thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's class looking, this thing. It is absolutely mint. He's welded, painted, and he's still a wee bit to do to it, but it looks amazing.
Yeah.
And he's a couple of pickups and all there for sale. But just anything old and dusty, he put his hand to it, and it turns to gold.
Yeah.
It's a lovely wee spot, and he goes about. He's at the races. He's a massive sponsor. He sponsors He sponsors racers, and he sponsors the road races, and different different events. He was sponsor, so he's a massive fan. He's been around road racing for flipping a long time before I was, probably.
Yeah.
And he's a big supporter. So if you're out and about on a Wednesday night, 6 to 8, and you'll see him at different events, bike shows and whatever. So yeah, massive thanks to Davy
definitely
Chambers.
call in, get a look at it. Yeah, if you're into your bikes, seems to be a good spot.
What did you say it looked like? I sent you the video.
Oh, of the
with the sun shining down and all the old stuff laying out, and
oh yeah, it looked like real. Well, it was that wee truck,
like Eastern European.
Yeah, it looked like Eastern
yeah.
European, just because of the old bikes and stuff.
Yeah,
that's the type of stuff you see them knocking about in,
Yeah, and the smell.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm a mechanic myself, and very mechanically minded, and it's just the smell of the oil and the dust and the fuel, and I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. So
what's the address of it again?
5 Lisbon Road.
Right.
Yeah, at the Moy Roundabout.
Yeah. Does he have a website?
He has on Facebook.
His Facebook page.
Facebook. So Brap Moto.
So what is that? BRAP just?
BRAP MOTO.
Yeah. So, Brap Moto.
And I love it too because my wee man, Maddox.
Yeah.
That's the way if he's seen a motorbike.
Aye, Brap.
Brap. Yeah. And then I heard about Brap Moto a few years ago, and I thought, Jesus, my wee man.
Yeah, that's what he says.
Brap.
Yeah.
But yeah, huge thanks.
Thanks very much.
Again, anything that goes towards the pod will go back into the pod. Cameras and whatnot. So, and then of course the live streaming as well. So a bit of advertising there for the live streaming.
Get better stuff as well.
Yeah, more cameras.
Better equipment.
I bought a hub there too.
Yes, so, for better signal at the tracks.
Yeah, like a 4G hub, so it's worked unreal. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
And we can link cameras up to it, so we're hoping to get cameras at different corners. And as I say, the more support we get, the more we can get out to yourselves.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can get him along for
remote, whatever.
Computer IT consultant person.
Yeah.
At the time. But yeah. Looking forward, the future's looking bright. So looking forward to it all. And hopefully it comes together.
Yeah. It's all going good so far. So.
Yeah. Can't complain.
Yeah. Have you got anything else you want to go through, or
Bishopscourt?
Bishopscourt.
We'll have a quick talk about Bishopscourt that recently went up for sale.
Oh yeah, right, okay.
Yeah. And can't talk too much about it at the minute, but did hear rumours that there's Johnny Ray, Stephen Thompson perhaps, and Lavery Senior.
Right.
Have been looking at it. Everyone's scared on Facebook on the socials. Because they're like, oh, there's another nail in the coffin to the racing and stuff. But no, don't be panicking. Because I have heard that maybe not the M3, but there's definitely, the phone lines are burning red at the minute.
Do you know how much it's up for?
2 million.
And
which isn't bad.
Yeah.
For a racetrack. And everything there, the facilities. Well, it's a tin hut. But anyway.
Aye, how long is it going to take you to make the money back on that? Like,
I don't know.
Maybe somebody with a load of money will just buy it for the crack. That's probably the only way you'd be spending that money on it. Like, you're not going to make the 2 mil back. Like,
well, it depends how you run it.
Yeah.
Well, you have to spend. You buy it for 2 mil, and then you'll probably have to spend another 2 or 3 million on it if they wanted to, like, British superbike spec.
Yeah.
You know, if they want British rounds, championship rounds, world championship rounds at it, they're going to need to spend a hell of a lot of money.
Spend a hell of a lot of money on weed killer as well.
Well, the place is pretty well looked after.
Yeah.
You know, but it's not wide enough. It's not big enough. The runoffs, there's not enough runoff between the track and the tires.
Yeah.
But then, there's certain BSB tracks is the same, but again, I think it's just the speed of the corners.
You need then the fast corner. You need
a lot of runoff.
Yeah.
I think the fact that there's not puts the shit up a wee bit. But no, hopefully it'll, we'll get Bishopscourt onto the BSB calendar soon.
Oh yeah, that would be good. Like,
yeah. But I don't know. I don't know about you, but I'm hungry.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll wrap it up here and we'll get out to the barbecue here.
Yeah, we'll disperse for our burgers and sausages.
Burger time, yeah. Sounds good.
Lad. Yes. Until next time.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Good or bad, just let us know what you think of the podcast. So thanks very much. All right.
Cheers.